Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, your favorite hype machine, and today we're tackling something that's straight up terrifying and mind-blowing at the same time. Imagine a wave, not just crashing, but swallowing entire coastlines. Scientists have uncovered evidence of ancient megatsunamis so massive they dwarf anything in modern history. What if one of these behemoths, capable of reshaping continents, were to strike in 2025? The aftermath would be unimaginable, leaving devastation on a scale we can barely comprehend. We're talking waves taller than skyscrapers, wiping out cities in seconds. This isn't some Hollywood blockbuster. This is real science, backed by epic discoveries. If you're ready to get your mind exploded, smash that like button right now, subscribe if you haven't, and let's dive into the sleeping giants of the past. By the end, you'll be rethinking every beach vacation. Let's go beast mode on this. All right, team, let's kick it off with the sleeping giants of the past. These are the most insane historical megatsunami events that make modern tsunamis look like kiddie pool splashes. We're not talking your average earthquake waves here. Megatsunamis are on another level, with heights over 100 meters, sometimes way more, caused by massive displacements of water. Picture this. Back around 8,000 years ago, off the coast of Norway, the Storegga Slide went down, one of the biggest submarine landslides ever recorded. A chunk of the continental shelf the size of Scotland just collapsed into the North Sea, displacing billions of tons of sediment. The result? Waves slamming into Scotland, Shetland Islands, and even Iceland, with heights up to 20-30 meters, flooding inland for miles and wiping out prehistoric settlements. Archaeologists found layers of sand and debris in Scottish lakes that scream Megatsunami. It's like the ocean decided to relocate entire beaches overnight. If we had drones back then, the footage would break the internet. This beast reshaped coastlines and probably ended lives we can only guess at from ancient ruins. Fast forward, or backward, actually, to 66 million years ago, when the ultimate cosmic smackdown happened. The Chicxulub asteroid impact off Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. This rock was over 6 miles wide, slamming into Earth at insane speeds, vaporizing everything and kicking off the dinosaur extinction. But get this. It also triggered a mega tsunami that raced across the ancient Gulf of Mexico and beyond, with waves estimated at 100 meters high near the impact and ripples felt worldwide. Scientists found jumbled deposits of rocks and fossils in places like Texas and Alabama, mixed with iridium from the asteroid, proof of waves that scoured the seafloor and dumped chaos inland. This wasn't just a wave, it was a planetary reset button, burying coastlines under debris thicker than a football field. No wonder the dinos didn't stand a chance. Imagine T-Rex surfing that monster. Now, let's talk about something a bit more recent, in geological terms. The eruption of Santorini, or Thera, around 1600 BC in the Mediterranean. This supervolcano blew its top in one of the biggest explosions in human history, collapsing the island and sending ash across continents. The caldera collapse displaced massive amounts of water, generating megatsunamis that hammered Crete and other islands with waves up to 35 to 150 meters high, depending on the models. It might have contributed to the downfall of the Minoan civilization, palaces buried under pumice, harbors destroyed. Evidence? Thick tsunami deposits on Crete with mixed-up marine fossils and volcanic ash, like the ocean and volcano teamed up for total destruction. This one's in the Global Historical Megatsunamis catalog as one of the oldest recorded, and it's wild to think Plato's Atlantis myth might be inspired by this real-life apocalypse. And we can't skip the Lituya Bay event in 1958. Yeah, it's modern-ish, but it's the tallest wave ever witnessed. In Alaska, a magnitude 7.8 earthquake triggered a massive landslide into the bay, displacing 30 million cubic meters of rock. The splash? A wave that surged 1,720 feet up the opposite shore. That's higher than the Empire State Building. Trees were stripped bare like matchsticks, and survivors on boats described the water rising like a wall from hell. Geologists measured the run-up marks, confirming this fjord-focused fury. But imagine if it hit a populated coast. Total wipeout. So, what makes these megatsunamis tick? It's all about the geological mechanisms that crank the dial way past normal tsunamis. Typical tsunamis come from undersea earthquakes shifting the seafloor a few meters, creating waves 10-20 meters high at most. But megatsunamis? They're born from epic displacements. Think millions to billions of tons of material dumped into water at once. First up, massive landslides, either submarine like Storegga, where unstable sediments on continental slopes give way due to earthquakes, gas releases, or just built-up pressure, or subaerial, like volcano flanks collapsing into the sea, as in Cape Verde or potentially Hawaii's future. These slides move fast, pushing water out like a giant piston, creating localized but insanely tall waves that lose height over distance, but still pack a punch. Then there's asteroid impacts, rare but game changers. When a space rock hits the ocean, it vaporizes water, excavates craters, and sends shock waves that generate tsunamis radiating out. The Chicxulub one modeled waves crossing oceans, mixing sediments globally. Super volcanic eruptions add to the mix. Caldera collapses like Santorini or Krakatoa, where the volcano sinks, displacing water explosively. Pyroclastic flows hitting the sea amplify it. Why bigger than seismic? Because the volume displaced is huge. Landslides can move cubic kilometers of stuff while quakes shift less. Scientists use seismic data, core samples, and computer models to piece this together, finding turbidites, undersea avalanche deposits, and inland boulders as clues. It's like forensic geology, reading Earth's scars to understand these rare freaks, which happen every few thousand years. But here's the real hook that keeps me up at night. Could such an unthinkable force truly unleash itself upon our modern world? In 2025, with billions living on coasts, global trade relying on ports and cities stacked with skyscrapers, oh man, the stakes are sky high. Take a Storegga-style slide today off Norway. It could flood the North Sea coasts, hitting oil rigs, London, Amsterdam with 10-20-meter waves, causing trillions in damage and mass evacuations, or a Chicxulub repeat? Asteroid watch programs like NASA's spot most big ones, but a surprise hit in the Pacific could send 100-meter waves to California, Japan, Australia. Think LA underwater, supply chains snapped, economies tanked. Volcanic ones. Cumbre Vieja on La Palma could collapse, sending megatsunamis across the Atlantic to the U.S. East Coast, waves 10 to 25 meters flooding New York, Miami. Infrastructure? Power grids down, nukes at risk, airports gone. We're talking blackouts for months, refugees in the millions. And climate change amps it up. Rising seas mean higher baselines, melting permafrost triggers more slides in places like Alaska. But we're not helpless. Early warning systems like tsunami buoys and seismic networks give hours of heads up for distant ones. Building codes in Japan and Chile save lives, and space agencies track asteroids. You can prep too. Know your evacuation routes, have a go bag, support science funding. If a megatsunami hit today, it'd reshape society, but with knowledge, we beast it back. Whoa, that was intense. We've recapped beasts like Storegga, Chicxulub, Santorini, and Lituya, unpacked the landslide, impact, and volcanic mechanisms, and pondered the modern nightmare. Earth hides these giants, but understanding them is our superpower. If this video hyped and scared you, hit like, subscribe for more epic science, and comment, what's your plan for a megatsunami? Let's get 10 million views and spread awareness, because preparation is the ultimate win. Peace out, team.